Another really massive bird sitting on its nest. White-backed vulture, just staying warm on this incredibly cold and windy morning. It's quite nice though. Often don't get to see this vulture because it's out and about, so we haven't seen it for a while. Very, very cool. Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Mike, and behind the camera we've got Odie. Seb says goodbye. Odie's welcome, Odie. And you're joining us here at Eco-Training Spratlands Conservancy. We're just visiting the southern areas that we don't get to see very often. It was a little bit quiet on the reserve this morning because it's so cold. So we are just wondering what was down here. We've come across this nest. Surprised to see this vulture still on there. We never did figure out really if this was the youngster or the adult, but nonetheless, it is trying to stay warm. Look at it shifting there a little bit. You can see the whole tree is moving. That's not the camera moving, that's the tree itself being blown in this really, really consistent and strong wind. It must be miserable up there. Remember, such a large bird like this needs to be able to use the thermals to fly. And so it's not going to be doing much flying this morning because it'll use too much energy. It'll take a lot of effort for it to gain height and altitude with this really strong cold wind. Animal life? That's a good question. They certainly can. Eagles and hawks can attack vultures. Remember, a vulture is a massive bird, usually much larger than most eagles and definitely larger than most hawks. And so anything that would try and attack it could become quite injured because vultures have sharp beaks and talons and big wings that can slap them out of the air. So they probably wouldn't bother because remember, a vulture is not really doing much to bother an eagle. Maybe at a carcass, if an eagle is there trying to get a bit of the meat, it might fight a little bit, but I wouldn't think many things are going to be bothering a vulture. Even smaller birds like drongos and other things don't really bother vultures because vultures are relatively, docile. They don't really attack much. Although there are records of white-backed vultures eating live prey, hunting live prey like young impalas and such, but generally speaking, they just eat carcasses. Fight with each other a lot though, vultures. If you've ever seen vultures, a lot of vultures at a carcass, it's an aggressive affair. Lots of wing slapping and noise and jumping, and looks like having a ninja fight. Lots of backflips and kicks and all sorts of stuff. But no, I don't think many eagles are really going to fight with a vulture. Cool question though. I liked it. Almost as cool as this morning.